Welcome aboard this exclusive journey from Vienna to Tokyo, where luxury meets adventure in Swiss first class. As we embark from Vienna's Terminal 3, excitement fills the air, especially as we catch a glimpse of the exclusive Han Circle check-in desk right behind me. Today marks the beginning of a special voyage, and I invite you to join me as we explore the epitome of sophistication and comfort at 30,000 feet. Stay tuned as we uncover the lavish amenities, hopefully impeccable service, and unbelievable moments that await us on this special flight. Buckle up and prepare to be amazed. Hopefully. Before we dive in, a quick note on the booking. I booked 2 one-way tickets from Vienna to Tokyo Narita via Zurich. Initially, I had booked Lufthansa first class to Haneda, but switched to Swiss when award space opened up. For both tickets, I paid a total of 166,500 miles and more miles and 467 euros. The reason I had access to Swiss first class award availability was due to my senator status at the time. Additionally, the Companion Award, which is a perk of this status, reduced the mileage cost for the second ticket by 50%. Stay tuned until the end of the video where I'll show you how you can book Swiss first class without having elite status. Now on to the video. If your feeder flight from Vienna to your first class flight from Zurich, Frankfurt or Munich is on the same ticket, you'll be treated as a first class passenger in Vienna and have access to the exclusive Han Circle check-in. The check-in has its own security check, featuring more eyes watching you than you've ever experienced, literally. Despite the quacking good company, the process was calm and seamless. We were quickly led through a door and found ourselves airside immediately. To reach the lounge, we had to backtrack a bit through the duty-free area and head upstairs. At the reception desks, we went straight to the section labeled Han Circle and First Class. Remember to mention that you're traveling in first class and show your boarding pass. The friendly employee informed us that unfortunately, we didn't have a bus gate, which would have meant a private shuttle to the plane in a Porsche. She kept our boarding passes and promised to return them when it was time for boarding. After that, the magical gates of the Han Circle Lounge were opened for us. The lounge is an intimate oasis of luxury. To the right, you'll find a beautifully arranged buffet area, but the true highlight lies to our left, the newly redesigned dining area. This section now exudes the ambience of an upscale restaurant with 4 elegantly set tables awaiting guests. These tables invite you to indulge in the a la carte menu, which I'll briefly showcase for you. I opted for the braised veal cheeks, which were nothing short of phenomenal, while my wife was delighted with the salmon trout fillet. The Han Circle Lounge stands out as the only one of the 3 Austrian lounges that serves champagne, complemented by 3 additional sparkling wines. While the rest of the buffet offerings are pleasant, they don't particularly stand out. This lounge is definitely a step up from the business and senator lounges, but it doesn't quite match the opulence of other first-class lounges, as you'll see soon when we reach Zurich. Adjacent to a small quiet area, there are a few armchairs offering some pleasant apron views. Before we move on, let's take a look at how the lounge has evolved, comparing its appearance in May 2022 to May 2024. The short hop to Zurich in business class was operated by Swiss. Unlike their counterparts Austrian and Lufthansa, Swiss offers a welcome water, screens for the safety video and flight map, and proper champagne. Personally, I find Austrian's catering superior to both Swiss and Lufthansa. However, all 3 airlines delight passengers with chocolate. So, choose Austrian for the culinary experience and Swiss for the champagne. Take your pick. In any case, we landed safely in Zurich and headed straight to our hotel. Good morning from the Radisson Airport Hotel. At last, the time has come to experience Swiss first class, and I'm thrilled to be starting this journey from their hub at Zurich Airport. Zurich's facilities are divided into 5 terminals, A through E, with the latter located in a satellite building typically reached by train. However, our journey today will take a different path, as you'll soon discover. After being dropped off at the arrivals terminal, we headed upstairs to the exclusive first-class check-in area near the A gates. This area, separated from the rest of the check-in desks, exuded calm and sophistication. We dropped off our luggage and received our boarding passes in no time. As this was our first time departing from Zurich, we were then escorted to the first-class lounge by the concierge. These facilities feature their own security checkpoint seamlessly integrated into the lounge area. Since our flight was departing from the satellite terminal E, we scheduled a transfer for 1 hour later. We purposely skipped breakfast at the hotel so we could fully indulge in the dining area of the lounge. Breakfast was on offer, and we savored some scrumptious dishes. The highlight for my wife was the exceptional espresso that they served. In addition to the à la carte menu, there were additional selections from the buffet, and the bar was more than capable of fulfilling any request. The lounge itself is significantly larger than its counterpart in Vienna, though it lacks apron views. It offers comfortable seating, private workstations, a relaxation area, and most importantly for us, a limousine service to Terminal E. Following the signage, we took the elevator past the meeting room and navigated a long corridor that eventually led us to our chauffeur. She escorted us through the backstage of the airport. Leading us to a private customs desk and finally into the first-class van. The upholstery of the seats and the lamps beside them matched the design of the business and first-class seats in Swiss's fleet. The van can transport 8 passengers, the equivalent of a full first-class cabin. It may not be as luxurious as a Porsche, but it's certainly more spacious. I truly appreciate the attention to detail with the matching design to the plane's interior. Being driven around the airport this way is a real treat, and it never lasts long enough for my taste. But as all good things must come to an end, we deboarded the van, took an elevator, and found ourselves right in front of the first-class lounge at the E gates. The well-lit and open design of the lounge, combined with an abundance of natural wood, exudes sophistication and class without being over the top. We were fortunate with our timing, as the lounge was nearly empty, allowing us to explore the facilities before settling in. The central bar elegantly separates the dining area from the regular seating area. We chose some comfortable armchairs and began our experience with a glass of rosé champagne. The lounge offers 2 hotel rooms with proper beds on a first-come, first-served basis. Unfortunately, both were occupied, so I don't have any footage of them. Throughout the lounge, there are impressive apron and runway views, as well as a large terrace along the side of the seating area. Regrettably, it was closed for cleaning during our visit. Even the restrooms offer amazing views of planes taxiing, taking off, landing, and arriving at their gates. The dining area is split into 2 sections, this one offering great views. The à la carte menu is extensive, with 3 pages of food options, multiple red and white wines, and 4 types of champagne. No one will go hungry or thirsty here. We shared the beef tartare, which was hand-chopped and simply to die for. For our mains, we opted for Swiss classics, the Züricher Geschnetzeltes, and an incredible cheese fondue. By the time we finished lunch, the lounge had really filled up. We decided to leave the luxurious confines of the first-class lounge and head to our gate. I caught a glimpse of the Boeing 777-300ER that would be taking us to Tokyo and joined the line for Group 1, reserved for first-class passengers and Han Circle members. The excitement was palpable. Although boarding was delayed by about 10 minutes, our group was soon called and we made our way to the aircraft. It was quite a walk to reach the jet bridge, and only the second door was used, which gave us a brief look at the business class cabin. Upon entering the plane, I was greeted by the purser. I handed over some Austrian sweets for the crew and turned left. Passing through the Stübli, a cozy 2-row mini business class cabin, we reached the Holy Grail, the first class cabin. We were warmly welcomed by our crew member Tobias, who already knew the names of the first class passengers and addressed us by our last name. Continuing on to my home for the next 13 hours, seat 1 Delta. The cabin consists of 2 rows in a 1-to-1 configuration. The design language of discreet sophistication and luxury from the lounges is seamlessly continued throughout the cabin. After capturing my first shots of the cabin, the pre-takeoff service commenced immediately with some champagne and still water. This allowed me time to take it all in and explore the seat and the amenities that had already been laid out for us. Swiss had just updated their amenities a few weeks prior. Among them was the choice of short or long sleeve pajamas. I opted for short sleeves. Slippers and a thin blanket were also provided. The burgundy color pouch initially seemed quite empty when I first opened it. This was part of the new concept by Swiss. They offer the bare essentials as standard and give passengers the choice of additional amenities. The essentials include luxurious hand and face cream by Söda, a toothbrush and toothpaste, an eye mask, and earplugs. Additionally, you can request items such as socks by Rona, a hairbrush, a handy microfiber cloth by View to clean your glasses or screens, a shoe horn, tissues, makeup remover, a large bottle of mouthwash, and lip balm. And how could I forget a whole box of Ricola lozenges? A selection truly worthy of first class. To top it all off, there are Swiss tote bags so you can comfortably take everything with you after the flight. First class had only 5 passengers in total, and we had row 1 all to ourselves. For takeoff, I chose to sit in seat 1 Alpha. The window seats in row 1 are slightly smaller due to the fuselage narrowing towards the front, but this does not compromise the experience in any way. There are 3 windows equipped with both electric sunshades and blackout blinds. As we peered through the windows, we took off over the picturesque Swiss countryside. If you like this video so far, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It's totally free and really helps me out. Thank you. Let's check out seat 1 Alpha in detail. Overhead bins are only located above the window seats, and this aircraft is not equipped with individual air vents. Above the ottoman, the large 34-inch touchscreen in-flight entertainment screen immediately catches the eye. While the ottoman cannot be moved, it is equipped with a seatbelt, allowing it to serve as a buddy seat if you wish to dine together. Panning past the 3 windows, we have a dimmable mood light, with the window controls conveniently located under the middle window. The area beneath the wooden flap houses the Panasonic touchscreen IFE remote, some enclosed storage, an international power outlet, the headphone jack, and the detailed seat controls. To the right of the screen, the personal wardrobe can be pulled out of its housing, doubling as the door to the suite. The privacy partition is controlled by this remote, and when fully extended, it only leaves a very small gap. Hidden underneath the leather flap is a small mirror. The small reading lamp flips on effortlessly. The wardrobe is equipped with 2 hangers, large enough to store a jacket or coat, and has 2 additional storage pockets. The space beneath the ottoman can easily fit your shoes or a bag without impeding the seat's transition to bed mode. Basic seat controls are located next to the white surface area used to hold your drinks, which also features a built-in mood light not visible in this shot. Below it is additional storage, suitable for a tablet or laptop, for example. After examining the enclosed storage area, we move on to the massive and incredibly sturdy table. When initially deployed, it leaves more than enough space to easily exit the seat if you so desire, but it can be smoothly pulled towards you for comfortable dining. Its large size accommodates 2 people dining together in one suite. While we didn't do it this time around, we tried it out on Qatar first class, and it's quite a fun experience if you're traveling as a couple. Back in the middle seat, I noticed a subtle depiction of the Matterhorn crafted from many tiny plus symbols reminiscent of the Swiss national flag. As the service began with a hot towel, I decided to get more comfortable by changing my footwear. Warm cashews accompanied by another glass of the exquisite Pommery Louise Millésime 2006. While the meals were being prepared, I took the opportunity to change into the provided pajamas. Size L was a very comfortable fit. For reference, I'm 1.87 m or 6'1". The restroom is quite spacious, significantly larger than what you'll find on Swiss's A330 in first class. It's equipped with wipes, hand and face cream, a full body mirror, and a padded toilet seat, making changing clothes more comfortable. You know you're in a first-class bathroom when cloth hand towels are provided. A very nice touch. Additionally, a handy foldable shelf is available to store your toiletry bag, for example. Before the table was fully set, we were served an amuse-bouche. Let's take a quick look at the menu for this flight. Feel free to pause if needed. I would label the selection as carefully curated, as the number of choices is quite limited, even compared to some business class products, especially in the drinks department. The table was set, taking full advantage of the large surface. A trio of bread was accompanied by butter and olive oil. Then came the Swiss staple appetizer, the Balek salmon. Although I'm not typically a pescatarian, this fish simply melts in your mouth, it's that tender. Highly recommended. I was blown away by the white wine soup with grapes. It was incredibly delicious. This was followed by my choice of main course, the duo of beef, which also was a delight. By the time the Swiss cheese plate arrived, I was already quite full. I only managed to have one bite of each before I gave up, but it was a fitting end to an excellent meal. With the first meal service concluded, it was time to explore the entertainment options. The display is a touchscreen, but it's so far away that you have to use the remote. The selection of movies and especially TV shows was not overwhelming, but sufficient for a pleasant journey if you don't fly too frequently. The provided on-ear headphones are nothing to write home about, and I would have expected a partnership with a well-known brand like Lufthansa's collaboration with Bose in their first class. However, it doesn't bother me as I always use my AirPods Max wirelessly connected to the IFE via my AirFly Pro. For solo travelers in the middle seat, you can raise the enormous partition for added privacy. Combined with the door on the other side, you're encapsulated in your own cocoon. The very wide and comfortable armchair is highly customizable, offering a comfortable position for dining, relaxing, or sleeping. Quick functions are always available, while the detailed controls are under a flap. You can move the seat forward, electrically raise and lower the armrests, and even activate a massage function. The Wi-Fi offerings have improved dramatically. Previously, only 50 megabytes was complimentary on my last first-class flight. Now, you receive a voucher with unlimited data for the full flight, usable on up to 3 devices. One of the major advantages of first class is the bed. The crew kindly offered to set up our beds in the window seats. This is as close to a proper bed in the sky as you can get. Very wide, with proper bedding and no constraints by your feet. It's truly incredible. A thick mattress pad is also added for additional sleep comfort. It was only early evening, and despite being quite full, the food coma didn't set in completely. While I continued to watch a movie, mood lighting was turned on in the cabin, and eventually I felt sleepy enough to doze off. Even though this wasn't a night flight, the second meal service was breakfast. There were several dishes to choose from, and I opted for the charcuterie board, fruits, a bread basket, and the best breakfast dish I've enjoyed in the sky: a bagel with a perfectly poached egg, hollandaise sauce, and spinach. Shortly before landing, the crew informed us that there was a rare view of Mount Fuji from the windows on the right. So, if you're ever flying to Tokyo from Europe, you might want to choose a window seat on the right side. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Mount Fuji. A truly magical end to the best flight experience I've ever had. As you enjoy the views of our descent into Narita Airport, allow me to quickly summarize this experience and explain how you can book Swiss First Class. The ground experience at both airports was exclusive, efficient, and delicious, with no major complaints. I appreciate the understated design aesthetic of the cabin, though others might find it bland and boring. In my opinion, Swiss has nailed the basics for a private, comfortable first-class seat. It's not as flashy as Emirates, but definitely more private than Qatar or Lufthansa First Class. And the bed is truly excellent. I had 2 delicious meals on this flight, but compared to other airlines, the selection of drinks is somewhat lacking. For instance, Qatar offers 2 types of champagne in business class, and both Singapore Airlines and Qatar offer a variety of cocktails to their business class passengers, while Swiss First Class offers none. Swiss has significantly improved their Wi-Fi offerings, but their headphones and entertainment selection leave something to be desired. I believe airlines should offer a full season of a show instead of just a few scattered episodes. These are all minor gripes that vanish when I think of the people who really make or break a flight. The crew. Tobias, the flight attendant who looked after us, was absolutely incredible. His fun and friendly attitude, paired with the perfect mix of professionalism, attentiveness, and humor, made this the best flight I've ever taken. I am truly thankful for the unforgettable experience he and the rest of the crew provided. I made sure to express my gratitude to him personally, to the purser who came by before we landed, and to Swiss directly. Now, how can you experience Swiss First Class? You can book a cash fare. If you have Senator or Han Circle status with miles and more, you can book an award flight directly. Another option is to buy a business class cash ticket and upgrade with miles, which is likely the most economical option. You could also upgrade with cash. Lastly, if you book Lufthansa First Class with miles, which can be done without status and with partner programs, and you get really lucky, and Lufthansa cancels your flight, you might get rebooked to Swiss for free. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more travel content, and let me know in the comments your favorite first class experience. Curious how Swiss First Class compares to Lufthansa? Check out this video next. Happy travels and see you soon.